Hello, YouTube. This is Stephen in Wiltshire, in England, and I've just been thinking this week after I got a question from a student on one of my Udemy courses about what is the most exciting way to go live, and that has to be going live solo. That's just you on screen, and well, it can be daunting, but once you've got the knack, then you're away and running, because you can do solo, you can do two people on screen, three people on screen without any problems. Now, being comfortable is the first thing. You've got to work out how you look best on screen. And I always wear a shirt. Other people wear t-shirts, jumpers, whatever you feel comfortable in. When you're broadcasting, you should be at ease. What you shouldn't be is wound up. So be comfortable when you're broadcasting. And the second thing is that nerves. We all have nerves before we actually go live broadcasting. And it's natural. You need some excitement. You need something to drive you before you go live. And I've got to tell you this, with practice, the nerves are still there. So don't worry about having nerves before you go live solo. It's natural. And the day you stop having nerves is the day that you stop going live. Now, what else is important when you're going live solo? The next thing is your mood. Obviously, it depends on the topic of the show, but your mood should be upbeat. In other words, people should bounce off what you say and understand and enjoy what you're saying and identify with you. There are topics, obviously, which you are serious about, and that obviously means that you may need to tone it down a little bit, but somewhere between exuberant and happy usually takes it. Now, if you're going to go live, you've got choices. You can go live anytime you like, 24/7, and I'm live from Lightstream at the moment, and I just wanted to go live. So it's not totally pre-planned, but there is some thought gone into this broadcast. Although you can't see it, but I will show you in a moment. Down the right-hand side of the screen, I've got my topics, and every so often you'll see me glance over to them. Having something to talk about when you're solo is important. Obviously, you talk about your business, you talk about your interests, you talk about things which will resonate with your viewers. You can share anything you like on live video and attract an audience, providing that the content is good. So this is the first warning about going solo. What you cannot do is go live solo and not have a clue what you're talking about, because pretty soon you run out of words and out of video and out of viewers. So do plan it. First of all, choose your topic. Now, it can be a topic surrounded about your work, or it can be a topic about which you've got knowledge, either of those, or a topic which is topical. For that topic, set out some talking points so that you've got some bullet points to work to. It doesn't mean you're going to cover them all, but at least you're going to get through most of them and rehearse those. We'll come back to that in a minute. Now, I said you can go live on any topic you want. Now, where you go live will determine the topic. If it's a business topic, you go live on your business page. But if you want to talk about something entirely unassociated with your business, then set up a page and broadcast to that page on the topic that you want. So if it's about your interests, you play golf or play chess or cricket or soccer or American football, then set up a page for it, broadcast that page, and people will know what to expect. It's separating things. It's separating your business from your interests. So when you go to your business page, people expect you to talk business. When you go to an interest page, they expect you to talk about your particular interest. Now, the key here, and I've been practicing this particular broadcast all week, is that you've got to rehearse things in your mind, and you've got to go through what you're going to say, because otherwise it becomes garbled. The more practice you do before a show, the better the show will be, especially when you're solo. So take time to practice. Practice without broadcasting. Practice into a private group somewhere, but practice. And before you go live, every time you go live, do a series of pre-show checks so you know your microphone is working, your video is working. Now, what I do before I go live is on YouTube is I do a short broadcast into Facebook, and that means that I know that my mic and my video are working and that I'm looking reasonable on screen. When you start any broadcast, the first couple of minutes of the broadcast are the ones that draw people in. So in the first 5 minutes, you've got to set out what you're going to talk about and how you're going to tackle it. You've got to draw your audience in. You've got to get them to stay with you. So make sure it's a topic of interest, and do your pre-show checks. And then in the first 5 minutes, really some gusto, some force behind it. If you're not forceful on the screen in the first couple of minutes, then people will just walk away. And the other thing to remember is that when people are watching a live video, they're not actually watching, they're listening. So they will be in a separate tab, surfing away and watching your broadcast from there. So you've got to keep it interesting. Don't be monotone. Have some highs and lows when you're speaking. Now, something I'm not doing at the moment, because I'm just broadcasting solo to get this video, because I want to include it in my Udemy course, is you should listen to your audience. When you're actually broadcasting and you're interactive and you're on Facebook, then you can interact with your audience and bring their questions and their comments on screen and talk to them. That's especially true of Belivetv. What you want to do is to turn your audience into participants. So you want to involve them in the show. Doing the monologue, okay, fine. Do a short piece of camera and then disappear. If you want, however, to get the full experience, you should be involving people who are actually watching you and reacting to what they say. Now, you don't have to be on screen alone. You can be on screen with images, and you can bring those images in and they can add to the value of the broadcast. Now, I'm just going to, while I'm talking, bring in an image, and it's one I made earlier, and that image is going to appear on screen in a moment. And the thing about using images is that you can talk to the image. So when you're doing a solo show, you don't have to be on your own. You can talk about a particular image, and that's a show that will be going on Monday with myself and Adair. You can talk about images. You can talk using screen share. If you are live on Facebook or on YouTube and you have an audience, then it's fine, it's okay, it's good if you ask them to share, because sharing means that they're further involved in the broadcast, and people are enjoying what you're saying, then they will help you by sharing and helping you reach a wider audience. Finally, on this topic, the time that you broadcast determines how many people are going to see it. Now, it has to be said, majority of people watching live broadcasts tend to be in the USA. So if you're broadcasting in the UK, there is very little point in broadcasting before 1 p.m. in the afternoon, because there's just the viewer figures will be down. Not that viewers, well, viewers do matter because you actually want people to listen to you. I'm going to take that image off screen while I wind up, and I can hopefully do that by pressing that and send to live. So you're now back with me, and we've been through how to do a solo show. And just to go through the points again, I'm just going to send that to live. On screen, make sure that you're at one with going live. Don't worry about nerves, they're natural, and the more practice you do, the more broadcasts that you do, the easier nerves will get, but you'll still get excited and before a broadcast. Now, your mood sets the tone for the show, so be in a good mood when you're broadcasting, unless you want to be grumpy about something. Your mood is catching. You set the tone for the show. You set the tone for people watching. Now, it's your show, so you can do the planning. You can choose the topic. You can choose the talking points. And if you do that, then your show will be planned and there will be a flow to the show that you're actually doing. Where to go live? It's up to you. If it's your business, then go live to your business page. If it's one of your interests, set up a separate page or a group and broadcast into the page or the group so that people know what you're talking about, know you're on topic. But it does allow you to broadcast about more than one thing. If you've got the skills to broadcast, you shouldn't restrict the topics that you can talk about. And you can talk about anything which you've got knowledge. It is important to actually practice before you go live. As I say, I've been ruminating about this particular broadcast for a week before I decided to actually go live. I'm glad that I did because everything's falling nicely into place. Do the pre-show checks, make sure that everything's working, microphone and camera, and you're looking reasonable on screen, and then start. And in the first 5 minutes, you've got to grab the show's attention, you've got to grab the audience and pull them in and get them involved in the show. It doesn't have to be just you on camera. You can use images and screen share, and on some systems you can bring in pre-recorded video clips. And don't forget your calls to action, and do decide on a time when people will actually be watching you. So this has been Stephen, live from Wiltshire. If you've any need of help or any questions, or you want to talk to me, then just contact me at Belivetv, and I'll put the link in the show notes afterwards. It's been a pleasure broadcasting to you today. As you see, I've had a script. I'll just take that script off screen and come back to myself and hide that and hide both of those. Yes, okay, I'll send that live. Hide that, send that live. So this has been a sort of 12-minute tour of going solo. Solo is a good thing to do. It does demand practice, it does demand nerves. You've got to remember, keep looking at the camera because you're actually talking to people. And if you do that, then you're well on the way to becoming a solo broadcaster. I wish you every success. Have fun with it. And I'll see you in my next live broadcast. Take care. Bye for now.